Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. And as Thanksgiving's coming up, hope the guys go safe or safe out there. But you know, I literally have nothing else better to upload, so I decided to take a look at two very interesting releases I have here. The original re-release of Ice Age. So let's not waste any time and get this crap over with. So Ice Age was released all the way back in 2002, March 15th, 2002 to be precise. It was originally going to be a 2D animated film made by Fox Animation Studios in Phoenix. Originally ran by animation legends Don Bluth and not John Pomeroy, the other guy I forgot, but before then they made two films, Anastasia and Titan AE. One was successful and the other did terribly. Seriously, as soon as Titan AE's release, like a whole week later, Fox Animation Studios left. They took away like 300 of its in plays, I believe, and then shut down immediately after Titan AE's release. Ice Age again was one of its original planned releases, which was given to Don Bluth to make. Well, he decided to step away from it. However, this eventually became the first full-length animated film by the newly reformed Blue Sky Studios, which has been reshaped into a VFX house to a computer animation studio around that time. Yes, there used to be a video effects company. They did special effects for a bunch of movies. However, they did make one animated short called Bunny, which I believe it won an Academy Award back in the day, and it later came alongside Ice Age when it premiered in theaters back again in 2002, and it did exceptionally well. Ice Age did well critically and financially, and of course now it has 4 sequels under its belt, each getting much worse and worse by each movie. I believe the last good one in my eyes was Dawn of the Dinosaurs, but that's just me. And it later spawned I believe it was an Easter special. Yes, Ice Age: The Great Escapade. I believe it came out in 2016. And I believe it also had a Christmas special as well. But that's just me, though. So, when the VHS and DVD came out on November 26, 2002, the initial home video release of Ice Age has accompanied by an $85 million marketing campaign involving promotional partnerships with 14 different companies, including Microsoft, Carl's Jr., Dole Bananas, Stone Cold Creamery, and the National Hockey League, which we will show off here because in the inserts I have in these releases, it does contain, of course, well, how about those companies? It also came on D Theater VHSs, as I heard, but yeah. Of course, you can watch Ice Age now. Of course, being that 20th Century Fox is now owned by Disney. It's available now on Disney Plus ever since March 1st of this year. And I bet this did exceptionally well. So, let's get started with these and take a look at these two releases. Now, let's start off with the VHS version. This was released alongside the DVD. And the one thing I love that Fox did during the late 90s and the early 2000s, they came in these nice protective hard plastic shell cases compared to like the usual fragile cases here. You know, it can easily get bent, and like top here can be easily split and junk like that. Cases from the 80s especially were very fragile, but Fox around that time, on late 90s to the early 2000s, they came in these hard cases, and I truly appreciate what they have done here. It's pretty well done. As you may see from the cover here, it's taken it directly from its original theatrical poster. The only difference here is that they literally have a background of a whole ice background there. And as you see on the logo there, there's Scrat. And of course, the 3 main characters, Manny, Sin, and Diego. And as you see on the bottom here, it contains an all-new animated short, Scrat's Missing Adventure, which plays before the movie. So, that's nice of them. Nothing very much to talk about in terms of the back. However, on the top it does contain 2 rave reviews. One from Bill Zwicker from Chicago Sun Times, and Roger Ebert and Roper. And believe it or not, or even around this time, 20th Century Fox still contained their 20th Century Fox animation name. I believe they still have them in the Blue Sky films. And this was their old logo at the time. I believe they changed to their newer logo by Robots, their second film from 2005, in the movie itself, but I believe they still have the same logo. But I believe by the sequel of Ice Age, Meltdown from 2006, they have their newer logo that was again featured in the movie. The version here that they used is the full screen version, the pan and scan version, which moves the camera from. It makes the frame from 16:9 to 4:3, which was the size of a standard CRT television at the time. And it would move the camera to fit just to wherever it's supposed to be. You know, with a certain like shot, something like that. So here's the label itself. Now, this is also around the time when 20th Century Fox was also switching from their typical sticker labels to the ink labels, or silkscreen labels if you want to be fancy. I believe this was able to make them save money since, VHS was definitely dying out by the 2000s. And DVD was the new medium. Of course, now we got Blu-ray and 4K, but DVD is still around. Companies still make DVDs out there, so I'm glad they still are. Now, these would probably come originally if they got this brand new, sealed from the factory. So let's take a look at this little insert here. Lots of cool family fun from Fox. This is a little pamphlet here showing some other home video releases from Fox. They also had a few ownership rights from Warner Brothers of Patrol at Central Park in Thumbelina. They originally were released by Warner Brothers as part of their family entertainment line, but I believe since the 2000s, 20th Century Fox owns them now. I mean, it makes sense since they have Anastasia and Tiny E, so. Wait, cool comedies for the whole family? Well, I don't really understand that because literally 2 of the movies here are rated PG-13. Here's some other family releases, like The Sound of Music. That actually came in a hard clamshell like this as well. It originally came in like a 2-tape set for the longest time until they were able to put it all in a whole tape. I believe it was like nearly 3 hours. And on the back here, it has a little teaser for Like Mike, which the trailer for this movie is in the beginning of the cassette. There's also a trailer for some Barbie movie, I don't know. And it also contains an ad for the Bernie Mac show when it was still relatively new, and it would air on Fox. Of course, Bernie Mac would then pass away in 2008, but they still re-air the Bernie Mac show. I forgot which channel though, but it still airs the channel either way. The show, I meant, my bad. Ice Age, cool fun and stuff. This is basically a little activity booklet, along with being a little booklet for coupons for some of the partnerships that they had. Again, they had it with Papa John's. They also had it with the NHL, Hockey League. Here's the one for Dole. Collect and save stickers on Dole bananas and place them in their spot. Are they really that small? They're probably bigger, I don't know. I mean, if kids really enjoy this, then sure, but this is really just a little activity booklet for them. Here we go. Here's their deal with Microsoft. Save a couple cash off on many of their consumer products here, like Microsoft Money Deluxe, Digital Image Pro, WorkSuite, and Encarta. And here are some of the other coupons they had. Free regular ice cream creation in a cup. This kind of reminds me of the time when Shrek made that promotion with Baskin Robbins. where if you have the VHS or DVD brand new, you would get a free small ice cream cone for free. This is kind of similar to that. And here's the deal with the NHL Hockey League. Oop, it even has an ad for EA Sports as the NHL 2003. And here's what the back looks like. Nothing that fascinating, but hey, at least they got good renders of the characters. Now, believe it or not, I actually have another version of the Fox brochure. I don't know why I came with two of them. I mean, I have like 3 of these brochures and 2 of these activity booklets, but that's different because the other versions I have is for the DVD release. Now, here is the corresponding DVD release. This came in a 2-disc special edition set, and just like the VHS, it contains an ad here for the scratch short. And this is also THX digitally mastered. This was around the time when companies were definitely using THX technology. You definitely know that Disney's been using it since 1997 for some of their older VHS releases. I'll take one out for example. They used it like the Jungle Book here. They used this to digitally master some of their cassettes when they were remastering some of them. They did this with Bambi. I believe that was the first one they used for THX mastering. And Pixar would use it too for their films, from A Bug's Life all the way up to Cars. But this is a pretty good 2-disc set, to be truthful. The first disc contains the movie, but what I like is that they have it in both widescreen and full screen on the same disc. It's not a double layer disc like Fox would do that for a bunch of their other DVDs at the time. Well, that and later, because I know Alvin and the Chipmunks, when that was released, was a double-sided disc. One side of the disc had the widescreen version, the other had full screen. I mean, it kind of reminds me a lot of Laserdisc, but, you know, it's definitely going to be a lot harder to take care of them. I know Horton Hears Who did that as well. Anyway, it contains both versions in full screen and widescreen. Even says so on the bottom there. But also contains a few other extras in the first disc. Some director commentaries from of course, the directors Chris Wedge and Carlo Saldana, which also the founders of the company as well. They're the most notable. They're also the most notable directors in the movie, because I know Carlo Saldana would direct the second movie. It also contains 3 all-new interactive games, 8 DVD-ROM games and activities. So if you put this in your PC, you have a bit more. Again, it touts the different versions and a few audio tracks, like English 5.1 Dolby Surround and French Dolby Surround and Spanish Dolby Sound, and some subtitles for English and Spanish. Kind of odd where it didn't have a French subtitle, I'm going to be real with you. Disc 2 contains all the bonus material, like the Scrat's Mystic Adventure, the behind-the-scenes Ice Age HBO special, the 6 deleted scenes in the 3 languages, 6 production stages, the Making of Ice Age documentary, scene-specific commentary by Sid, even voiced by John Leguizamo, 3 interactive animation studies, international multi-language clip, Scrat's mini promo spots, which I believe they're probably TV commercials, I don't know. Blue Sky's Oscar winner Bunny, which is nice that he added it onto the DVD, but it's kind of odd where it didn't add it to the VHS. And a few theatrical trailers, the teaser, and many more. So yeah, they definitely added a ton, and this is definitely true because this is a dual-layer disc. For 2-disc collector's editions at the time, they would definitely put them in dual-layer discs. And also, it came in a white case, which makes sense, since both of these came in white cases. I mean, you can definitely deal with it with the VHS, since white clamshell is always there. You barely see black clamshells. Really, the most you can probably think of is Fantasia and The Nightmare Before Christmas, but... So here's the first disc. This contains the feature. And here's the second disc, which contains the bonus material. And also, as you can see here on the side of the flapper here, contains a little sticker of Papa John's, which is both weird and yet makes sense, since around that time, they did a promotion with Papa John's. What I also find fascinating is that there is no like copyright material here. Like you usually see a bit of copyright or a bit of a tout on like illegal copying, and you would like spend 5 years in jail. and or a $250,000 fine. And as you see, it contains the same inserts. I'm not going to show those, since I already did. But here's a little scene index. Well, it's actually on the back, actually. As you can see here, this is the scene selection. But the inside, it contains touts of the 4 characters: Sid, Manny, Diego, Scrat, and a little bit of a development artwork here, which is really nice. The DVD would be re-released, but however, it only contained 1 disc. I believe it would be released at the same time as Ice Age: The Meltdown, which makes sense since they were both released at the same time. But that's pretty much it for this video, to be truthful. You know what? Why not? Might as well show the sequel since I do own it. Here's Ice Age: The Meltdown. This originally came out. The DVD originally came out on, I believe November 21st, 2006. According to the original web store, but I don't know. It also originally released on Blu-ray on the same day, since I believe around that time, Blu-ray was pretty new. It would be released in the UK on October 23rd, 2006. Which is kind of lucky for them since they got it a month early. They would come in both widescreen or full screen versions. I'm lucky enough to have the widescreen version. However, unfortunately, this is a single disc DVD, but they did the most they could with it since it is a dual layer disc. As you can see here, it does contain a decent amount of bonus features. Oh, here it is. There's their new logo there, as you may see. Full color artwork on the disc. As you may see there, it does tout illegal copying there. I believe it's kind of a bit of a different version of its original theatrical poster. Yeah, I think so. And it does contain these inserts as well, which I might as well show. Here's the scene selection slip. Again, it's simple as that. Does anyone else notice that the same renders of Sid were the same one they used for the first Ice Age? I don't know. Cool deals and mammoth fun. Look inside. This is another little insert for a bunch of Fox's releases, along with a few things for. Remember flip phones? It's basically some wallpapers and a little game here, like $3 a pop. Jesus. The Zoom box made by Tiger Electronics. Fascinating. Quite a long pamphlet. Jesus. Save $2 by mail when you buy any 4 Tootsie Roll favorites. And the other side is literally just that. By Tootsie favorites. So again, these are some of the other releases that Fox was released at. Oh, here it is. This is the other release that Ice Age put out around this time. Yeah, single disc edition. And this is the DVD of Robots, their second feature film. Blue Sky's second feature film. Miracle on 34th Street and Home Alone. Here's some little more kid releases. And here's a look at the back. Great offers come in small packages. Save up to $20 per mail. It's practically the same thing, but it's made for an adult audience here. At least it has an ad for James Bond 007, the Ultimate Collection. And on the other side, it contains another pamphlet of family films. Oh god. But it also contains ad for Garfield, A Tale of Two Kitties, Whoop the Godforsaken Do. Yeah, I feel like this is the most complete DVDs I own. And again, this cost me like $2 when I owned it, when I bought it. Now it's like, I think a month ago? Jesus. And yeah, there you have it. Yes, indeed. At least I put up something for you guys. I mean, for God's sake, nothing's been really happening around here, so I guess I'll just end it right here. Stay safe, everyone. Be careful.